What's going on? Here we go. All right. Pretty interesting day today. I know some of you guys are paying attention to the leaderboard. I had to take a peek because I had to do some judging while I was trying to fish, but I wasn't catching anything anyway, so it was all good. But we'll get this show on the road here. Ooh. At number 3, the Winter Series over. The series is done. 30 anglers today, which was pretty exciting. Good to have that many guys show up for freeze your butt off in the win tournament. So started off with big bass number 3. Let's see if I can get this up here. Got it hidden somewhere. Here we go. Mr. Jeremy Hicks had himself a big one. Bring Mr. Jeremy in. What's going on, dog?
What's up, man? How y'all?
I'm good. So this is a nice little chunk.
Yeah, it was one of the few that should have been on the board, but hey, it's fishing.
Absolutely. I didn't get a bite, so I'm jealous.
I heard that.
What'd you get? What'd you catch this big dog on?
I caught everything on, though. Either jackhammer or either a jitter spoon, jitter jug, bug from Razor. But like a jackhammer, just a different motion.
Nice.
But everything was on the jackhammer.
Sweet.
Lost a few, but hey, that's part of it.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Let's check out big bass number 2. See how that works out here. Mr. Drew Blair. What's going on, Drew?
What's going on, guys?
That's a bit of a tank.
Oh, yeah, it was, man. It was fun reeling that big girl in, I'll tell you that.
I bet.
Especially from 21 feet down.
Wow.
Yep. I was using the old blade bait, of course.
Of course.
It was tough. I tried, a few different things, swim bait, stuff like that, but went back to Old Faithful, and it sure paid off. I was able to get a limit, so we backed up with that one.
Nice. It's hard to believe a second place big bass is 22 3/4.
Yeah, I know, right? That's usually the way it goes with me. I'll catch a big one, and I'll get, second biggest fish in the tournament. So, hey, can't complain. That made my day right there, honestly. Battling that wind and catching a fish like that's all that mattered to me.
And where were you fishing today?
Take a guess.
Sharon
Harris. Sharon Harris.
How about you, Jeremy? Where were you fishing at?
Buckhorn in Wilson County.
Buckhorn. Nice. 2 fun places.
2 3 foot of water, not 20 foot.
Yeah.
A little difference there. But I feel like those fish are starting to move up because that one I caught right there, it was fat as can be. So these fish are filling up, ready to spawn. So get ready, boys.
Oh yeah.
It'll be long.
Yeah, it ain't gonna be long, that's for sure.
Yeah. The warm weather's coming. I think March is going to be fire this year.
Yep. I think it's going to be an early spring.
Yeah. See if that gopher or whatever is correct this time.
Yeah.
I guess some people watching. We got Mr. Josh Powell. What's going on?
What was the water temp at Harris?
I was getting around 50, 51. That's mainly, which I stayed out Main Lake mostly. I didn't venture back, up underneath the bridge or way back in Cary Branch is what they call it. I went down to Cross Point, the south end. So,
I got you.
Yeah. Old Will, he was up at the north end. So he did some damage up there.
Yeah, I seen him up there.
That's where I should have went.
Nice. Yeah, I was at McIntosh. The water temp was probably about the same, around 50, 51.
Yeah.
Most of ours was 52 to 54.
Yeah.
And no wonder you catch them on a jackhammer
then.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Funny, I had to judge some fish. I drove over an hour to get to McIntosh. I judged a couple of fish, and the first couple were from the lake right down the street from my house. I was like, yeah, that was a smart move. Could have saved some gas money and caught some fish here.
I was thinking about not even leaving the boat ramp with that wind. That probably would have won it there. Just set the boat ramp, fish all day.
Nice. I don't see our big fish winner he hasn't showed up yet. So
Uh-oh.
Pop in here. May have to default his money to Drew.
I was about to say DQ. No show DQ.
That's it.
Maybe to bump me up a spot again.
Mr. Stephen Bell early this morning bagged himself a 23 1/4 tank. I think he weighed it. I think it was 7.
It was 710. I think 710 is what I saw.
Yeah.
That's a giant.
It's crazy. Mine was 796.
And mine was 7.1.
Really?
7 pounds 1 ounce.
Nice. Some tanks for sure. Did you weigh yours, Jeremy?
Yeah, it was 796.
Really?
Right at 8. Pretty much an 8.
Yeah, I had a broke back, so it was kind of short. But a lot of them are like that out there, short and stuff.
Yeah, he did have that weird kind of jacked up look going on.
Yeah, he does. Look at it.
A bunch of those.
That's like me after the end of the day at the boat ramp. Just hunched
Yeah.
over.
That's how I feel right now.
It's horrible. Yeah, same here. I'm about ready to go to bed.
I hear that. I was surprised that I was so exhausted coming on the way back. All of a sudden it hit me and I was like, ugh.
Yeah, I was the same way on that ride back. I only have a 30-minute drive from the boat ramp, and literally halfway I was sitting there. Eyes already starting to fall back in my head.
Them there 5-foot waves didn't help.
Oh, it was horrible. It was horrible. You can just imagine all the boaters out there too.
I like to roll with the old Hobie twice a day. The last time it kind of scared me. I said, I'm going to the ramp now. I'm done.
I thought about it a few times, but I toughed it out.
I quit about 30 minutes left, 25 minutes left. I said, I'm done. Water was coming over both sides and the front. And I said, it's a wrap. It's done.
Thank goodness I had the wind. I had the wind at my back, so it was easy, smooth sailing back to the ramp.
Yeah, I finished up at the dam, and the wind was blowing right straight down the lake, so the waves were 2 or 3 foot hitting the concrete dam, and they were like backsplashing back. It was ugly.
Goodness, wow. Yeah, I'd say like a washing machine.
Yep.
It was pretty flat at McIntosh. I mean, the wind was still whipping around, but there was, we're at the Guilford side, so you didn't have to worry about big waves building up, which is pretty cool. But still a pain to try to fish it. Plus, I think they have like a 100-boat tournament or something there.
Yeah. There's no place to hide at Harris.
No.
The Buckhorn the same way. It's just straight.
All right, let's hop into the next thing. I guess I don't see anybody else hopping in, so they're all late. Somebody showed up. What's up, Will?
Happening.
There's the hammer.
I just got back in from the lake. Decided to stay out there a little bit longer. The bite was pretty decent today, so I didn't want to leave it.
Where are you fishing today?
Harris.
You're at Harris. We already talked about that. Yeah.
Yeah, that wind was that was brutal.
Yeah, well,
and from the start to basically the end of the day, it was just nonstop.
It eased up there at the end of the day. I got to the ramp. Man, I should just stay out there. It's beautiful now.
That's how it always works, ain't it?
Yep.
For sure.
It changed directions a little bit where I was at, but it didn't really never die up, but it definitely changed direction just a little bit. So
yeah. And it did a big shift this morning when I was thinking about where to go, and I noticed that it had been blowing out of the southwest. And I was like, man, I'm gonna go try some points down that way since it's been blowing the last couple of days from that direction. And that worked out, but I think after a while the wind shifted and it definitely changed the bite. I lost it by about 12:30. It was just couldn't find it again. But I was so surprised how early this morning it was just everything was inside of 10 foot in depth. I mean, it was shallow. And they are definitely, I think, like you said, Drew, they're definitely getting ready for the pre-spawn.
Yeah.
It's that 21 incher I caught. I weighed it and it was 7.42. I think she was fat.
Jeez.
Everybody's in the 7-pound range.
Yeah. It's that time of year, man.
Absolutely.
Yep.
Yeah. So $260 goes to Mr. Stephen Bill. I guess he can't get StreamYard to work on his phone or whatever. So unfortunately, you can't pop on. But yeah, good job to Stephen getting that tank on there this morning. Now we'll move off to third place. See how this works. It's the Juan Medina doing it again down on the coast. Got himself another good sack of fish for 56 and a quarter inches for $160. Congratulations to Juan. Fortunately, he wasn't able to make it, I guess. Now we got two more guys. They're both here. Mr. Will Lambert and Mr. Jeremy Hicks. Both these guys putting on a little show this afternoon. Or actually, Will, you were up there pretty early, right?
Yeah. I caught two fairly early. I lost one this morning that, I mean, the typical story of, it cost me. I think it would have helped me. But, yeah, that wind was blowing so hard, I almost basically beached my kayak against the rock. And in the process of fighting that fish and that, I just wasn't paying attention and it come off.
Dang.
It happens.
It is what it is. As bad as that wind was, it was terrible. I put myself in a bad scenario.
So you got you ended up with three good fish, and you fished Harris all day. Whereabouts on Harris were you?
Mid-lake.
Mid-lake?
Pretty much just stayed right up against the channel swings.
Yeah.
And pretty much stayed in the same. I really didn't go no more than, I don't know, 100, 125 yard stretch all day.
Yeah.
And granted, granted, I have a motor too, but still I was wore out just from having to fight it the whole time to stay in position and go back and forth basically the whole day.
Yeah. And Jeremy, we know you were at Buckhorn. You fishing shallow all day?
Yeah, they've been shallow there for the past 3 or 4 weeks. I was catching them in 3 foot of water, probably 2. Well, beginning of the month. So, yeah, they're all shallow there. They stay kind of shallow there. The fish is a lot like Florida. That place does a lot of grass in it, underwater grass, so they all stay relatively shallow.
Nice. You're fishing deep, Will?
No, everything I caught today was inside of 10 foot.
Okay. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I mean, it just like isolate. Well, in the morning, they were right up against the bank. I mean, that first fish that I hooked into was 1.5 foot of water, probably, on a little swim bait. And after that kind of went away, I started targeting just little stumps. Started throwing a jerk bait and get the jerk bait right over top of the stump. And if there was anybody home, most of the time they would either eat it or at least would come up and look at it. But like I said, everything was inside of 10 foot.
Wow. Okay. Cool deal. All right. Well, second place goes to Mr. Will Lambert, 61 3/4. Good job, man. You had that lead most of the day until I think the leaderboard went off. You still had the lead, right?
I assume so. I know I started noticing Jeremy was catching some, so I was like, man, sun's coming out. It's only heating up. If he's gonna catch them, it could not be good for me. But I lost that bite, and I just never could pick up on it the rest of the day.
Yeah, still a good day with average.
Oh, no doubt. That's the best day I've ever had today. It was at Harris, and I think my best 5 total. I caught 8, I think total. My best 5 was 100.75, I think.
Nice.
So it was a good day.
Nice job, man.
I ain't gonna complain.
Yeah,
That's a hell of a day.
Yeah, good job for sure. Yeah, this time of year in Harris catching 8 fish at Harris to me is impressive.
Especially that number.
No doubt.
Yeah.
All
I ain't
right.
caught 8 fish in the last 10 trips.
$240 to go to your account.
Appreciate it.
There you go.
Hey,
No problem.
congratulations.
And that leaves us with the champion, Mr. Jeremy Hicks, with 62 even. Barely squeaked out a win.
Nice job, man.
I appreciate
Heck
it.
yeah, good job.
I appreciate it.
$410. Not bad for a little winter throw together.
Yeah, he took our
definitely.
lunch money.
I hate I missed the last two, but worked
Yeah.
the
All right. Good deal, man.
That was pretty awesome. That we got 30 people out for as
Yeah.
windy and as bad as the weather was, and just a non-points event. That's pretty awesome. I
Yeah, I
like
was
this
really
whole
surprised about that.
idea.
I called 63 inches last night in the meeting, so it was pretty close.
Yeah.
Let's see here. Yeah.
Probably
Yeah,
should have had.
yeah.
I know I lost two that were just as big as my big one. One of them was I beside the boat trying to get the net, and that one come off. But they were all up so shallow in the wind, it's hard to move around, and boat going crazy on spot lock, slamming back and forth. So
Yeah, that's what I lost too. I don't think it was because of the wind, but where I was stood, I like to stand up whenever I know it's a bass. And I think from where it was blowing me back, it got me out of position. I just lost all leverage on the fish. So I think it cost me too.
I tried to cut my motor on one time. One of my fish, the biggest one, and I actually hit the motor off, and I was going away from the fish. So it just wasn't enough stretching that casting rod. It was maxed out.
That's what I was using the casting rod too.
Yep.
Oh man. All right. So we did have points for this. This was a little challenge to get a free entry or free membership. So we do have that. So let me stop sharing that one. We'll bring up the points. Boom. Yeah, Mr. Juan Medina had a nice consistent 3 events, got himself 163.5 inches worth of bass, which is puts him in top spot, so he gets to fish the next event free, which will be Burlington Bash. So congratulations, Juan. Good job.
Good job, Juan.
Good job.
He definitely kept consistent on his little hole down on the East Coast there.
Especially that first event.
Yeah, he had some nice ones. Didn't see any smallies today. I don't know if anyone caught any. I didn't judge any, though. Hank judged a bunch, but I didn't see any smallmouth. I was hoping to see some more of those. It's crazy to see a smallmouth win the deal last time for the big bass.
That was a tank of a smallmouth.
Yeah, it was. That's pretty cool.
I don't think I've got one that's over like 15 or 16 inches. most of my smallies have come out of the Uwharrie River down like Low Water Bridge near Baden.
Uh-huh. Yeah. I don't think I've caught one down here yet. Oh, look, someone showed up. Big bass winner. What's going on?
There he is.
There he is.
Congratulations.
Yeah, good job, buddy.
That was a hoss.
That's y'all too.
We'll get him up here. Give you some time for your big bass. What'd you catch that hog on?
Caught it on a 6 cents rattle trap in about 5 feet of water next to a stump.
Nice. You didn't have much time to fish today?
I didn't. I had some family issues that came up, and I had to leave around about 10:30.
Yeah. Yeah, that's a good one to catch if you got a short time to fish.
Yeah.
That works. That was $260. I'll be sending that off to you. So good job doing that. That's a heck of a fish.
Thank you.
Yep, congratulations.
Man, good job, man.
Good deal. Oh. Mr. Wong showed up.
How you doing?
What's up, Mr. Angler of the Winter? What's going on?
Not much. Had a pretty random day for us, actually. Just a bunch of junk fishing.
Yeah. Preston was fishing on the same lake, right?
Right.
Nice.
A bunch of junk fishing, like you said, blade bait.
Mm-hmm.
Soft plastics. I mean, we were just junk fishing all day long with the wind beating us up.
Nice. Nice. You ended up with a good
Had a
bag.
pretty-
and good consistent
Pretty decent
winter for
bag.
you.
Yeah, great winter for me. I don't know. You guys had some really big bass, so monster bass. I looked at the leaderboard and I couldn't believe what I was seeing, honestly. But
Hey, you were very
winter's the
consistent though.
best.
So
most of our fish were deep, 30 feet, 20 feet. It was a
Mine
struggle to get on them.
21.
Wow. Yeah, it was a struggle to get on them today with the wind and them being so deep for us. But pulled some out.
Nice.
Big
Congrats.
job.
You get the free entry for the next event, and you get $160 coming to you for today. So
Very nice, very nice.
yeah.
Good fishing, gentlemen. It was a pleasure.
congrats, man.
Same to you.
Congrats,
Take it
buddy.
easy.
All right. Congrats, everybody. Appreciate it. And hopefully we'll do this again next year. Maybe make it
Oh,
bigger.
yeah. Looking forward to it.
Yep.
Yep.
Looking forward to it.
All right, man. We'll see you all at Burlington Bash in March.
Yep.
All right.
Yep.
All right, sounds good.
We'll be
All
there.
right, guys. See y'all soon.
Have a good one.
All
Later.
right.
No.